Stan Gibilisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV, Whiskey 1, Golf Victor, or Good Vibrations, world-renowned CW hound, with the secret to learning and becoming proficient at the Morse code. I have received a number of questions from viewers involving specifics about how do I hear the code? Do I hear letters and then words later? Do I recognize certain words then later on? Do I recognize certain phrases? How do I recognize it when I'm reading it in my head as opposed to simply copying it letter by letter down on a sheet of paper? Well, I have two secrets to learning the code. Well, secret number 0 of 2 is that no two people are the same, and what I did and how I learned it may not work for you. You simply have to find your own way. I recommend, though, secret number 1, start by copying the code down with a pencil and paper, or pen and paper if you prefer. College-ruled paper or wide-ruled paper is good. You can write in cursive, or you can print. But I simply recommend that you copy the W1AW code practice sessions for a long, long time. And I mean practice, practice, practice. You can never practice too much. And you'll learn that you really have to like the code in order to keep it up. If you don't like it, there's not much of a point in learning it. Life is too short to work hard at things that you don't like. That is secret number 1. Once you've gotten up to a speed you're comfortable with, I'd say 18 to 20 words a minute, copying the code, then you can begin to read in your head. As for whether you're going to hear individual letters combining into words, individual words combining into phrases, expressions, things like that, I really can't tell you those things, because it would be like telling you, how did you learn how to speak? How did you learn how to listen to other people? You did it by practicing without limit, just forever and ever and ever, amen. Like, if any of you have Taekwondo, have taken Taekwondo, they have routines that you learn. You memorize these routines of motions and you do them over and over and over. And you practice them until you seem that it's a ridiculous amount of practice, that it's insane to practice something that much. Once you realize that it's becoming a real difficult thing to repeat, that you're just having to find yourself to force yourself to do it, practice, practice, practice. Once you've reached that point, maybe you've had about 1/10 of the amount of practice that you will need. Practice, make contacts with people, make a lot of CW contacts with people at speeds that you're comfortable with. Depending on how fast you want to go, you can find operators that'll go anywhere from 5 to 50 words a minute these days. But that's the only thing I can tell you. I can't tell you specifics. How did I learn how to string words into phrases, or how did I combine things? How do the thought processes in your brain go? Because once you start thinking about the process by which you're doing something like that, you can't do it anymore. Have you ever noticed that? Certain things become just autonomic. They just happen, like speaking and listening. If I started analyzing whether I was hearing individual people's words or sentences, or when I was speaking, how I was putting my words together, I would become mealy-mouthed, and deaf-eared, dull-eared. I wouldn't be able to do it. It's the same with the code. Practice, practice, practice. Just do it. Don't worry about how you're doing it, whether or not it's like the way I did it. And I couldn't even tell you how I did it, to tell you the truth, other than practice, 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 because I simply enjoyed the code. I enjoyed the sound of it, the rhythm of it, and I just found it fascinating and fun to do. And if you do that, that's how you'll learn the code. You don't really learn it. It simply grows on you, and you on it. I can't tell you anything more specific, my friends. I'm sorry. Stan Gibilisco, saying 73, which means best regards in ham radio jargon, for those of you who do not know. And so long for now.